Bosh is my name. Bosh is my name.
Bingo. How are we doing now? I'm glad I got the no sounds. That's why I got you guys here doing sound checks. Okay, unexpectedly. Usually I plan these. Okay, I get everything. I test everything beforehand. Didn't even get to really test this time around. Thank everybody for tuning in. Everybody for coming in. Nick Moses 05. You guys know, been doing this a while. You know what we're going to talk about. I got the headset on early because I'm going to be taking calls early. And I need to hear some people. I need to hear some things. I need some answers. Okay, but nonetheless, I'm just going to go ahead and rant for about 5 minutes. Okay, everybody in the chat. First of all, I'm going to shout out who Savage Girl, Dana Miles, Chelsea World, Gigi, Dead Specimen, Shane, a lot of you. And Dead Specimen, oh my gosh, I can imagine the conspiracy theories is about to come out. Okay, so I'm going to first just rant for about 5 minutes, guys. And if you can, please like, please share. Nintendo's already going after everybody. Let's have MoFam live. Okay, so just go ahead, share. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, follow the page. If you're on Facebook, please. So let's go ahead and talk. And let's get straight into it. We already know what's going down. Yes, I want to just say for everyone who is using custom firmware on their Nintendo Switch. I get a lot of people that watch this. And let me turn. I need my beautiful face show. So I get a lot of people that actually watch this and they have no idea about the custom firmware. They watch it from me. I appreciate you guys. So I want to just clarify things. If you're using a Nintendo Switch with custom firmware, Nintendo has released an update, 11.0, and we all knew it was coming. Okay, this should be no surprise to anybody. We all knew it was coming. Okay, and it now has come. So what we're going to be hearing a lot of, and I will address, and we will talk about, and I'll take calls because I want to get answers for everyone. Okay, but what we're going to hear a lot of is, what happened to my system? Why is my system not working? Oh my gosh, it doesn't even load up. Well, yes, there is some problems. And I think those problems need to be spoken about. We need to educate everyone. Everyone needs to know what not to do. And I always put out these videos, and I'm glad I was here. I actually checked Nintendo's website earlier today. And first of all, can everybody hear me okay? I don't hear any sound problems now. Okay, good. So anyways, I just want to say that I checked the website earlier. It was 10.2. I said, beautiful. That was earlier today. I usually don't even go check. I just went and checked. It was like, 10.2. And all of a sudden, bam, they hit us with it, 11.0. Now, there is a change log of things that were included with this. I will just pull it up on screen for a moment. We're not going to even cover that because really we're going to get to the bread and butter of what everybody really wants to know. I don't really want to cover too much about them. So, okay, let's get that down for a moment. Just work with me. Okay, I got a couple things. You see that? Got upper screens, got the restream, all that going. YouTube, look at that. So, this is something that I seen. Every time I see updates, you know who I go to. I don't even have to say the name, okay? Because that's not really what I want to get into, because I'm going to get this is going to be a whole thing. I'm not trying to do that, okay? But nonetheless, new sys module. The Horizon kernel is now compiled. This is a really large update under the hood, so please get the atmosphere a day or two. Look at that. Nice. Updates. Frequent. And we're just going to talk about the changelog real quick. Couple things. New feature that automatically downloads backed up saved data was added to Save Data Cloud. Nintendo Switch Online was added to home menu. A new trending feature was added to the user homepage. Users can now transfer screenshots and videos from album to their smart devices. That's pretty sweet. A new copy to computer via USB connection feature was added under system settings. Had that for a while. But data management, manage screenshots and videos. Users can now select what download to prioritize when there are multiple downloads in progress, and user icons were added. Okay, so I want to cover that real fast. I don't want to go too deep into it, okay, because I really want to go ahead and hold up. I gotta get you guys pulled up here. I can't have you guys out of there, okay. But I want to go through that real quick because everybody that's using custom firmware is probably feeling it right now. And we got some people who are really educated on it, who know what's going on, who knows what to do when updates happen. They got the whole rundown. They got Immunan, or, if you're using Atmosphere, what is it? MMC, not a big Atmosphere guy. Use it sometimes, okay, but Immunan is what I use typically. And you get people who are using all different types of methods to make sure they're secure. But then you got those who have no idea. You got those who receive a system or either ask or purchase for the assistance. And right now, those are the people that are probably feeling it. So right now, this moment, I just want to say to those people, if you're running custom firmware, your Nintendo Switch, no matter what, do not update. If you're not sure or may make a mistake, just turn your internet off. Leave it off for a bit, because if you update, just so you know, SXOS will not work. Atmosphere will not work. So you will not be able to use any custom firmware once you update. There's a lot of changes in this update. As you can see, I went through quite a bit just talking about them. It's a lot of changes under the hood. We all seen this. So what's up? Let's talk now. That's what I want to get out the way so we could talk about the nitty gritty. When are we going to see an update for SXOS? I know that's what y'all asking. When are we going to see it? The guys that were previously handling some important things are not available. So what's going to go? But my man JJ, shout out to JJ as always. Not one executor, not two executor, it's team executor. So I wouldn't even worry about that. Just give it time. May take a little longer, but just give it time. But as you see, Atmosphere is getting these nice, wonderful updates. Now, I know I've heard all the conspiracy theories. I've heard people say, Team Executor is dead. They're done. Finito. Disgusting. Appalled. Just as simple as that. Just done. I've seen it. I see it all the time. I get people messaging me say, oh, man, my system won't cut on. It's a paperweight. Oh. Believe me. I've been there. And see, thank God I at least know that when these updates hit, I'm not going to update. It's as simple as that. It's very simple. Do not update. And I know some games may sneak in, and say, hey, just do this update in order to do this. I don't think any games require 11.0. I don't think there's any games coming out soon that would require it. I'm not sure about that. But, Team Atmosphere. Everybody who's using, first of all, shout out Team Atmos. I always got to shout out, Team Atmos too. No hate. Team Atmos, you see the updates coming, and everybody that's using SXOS. Are you now going to commit to Team Atmosphere? That's the question. Are you now going to just quit? Are you going to back down? Okay, I know it's a lot of fans out there for the Cleveland Browns that just go, man, every year, we never do it, And they back out. Some of them back out. Some of them don't hold out. It's tough, okay? We might have to tough out if you're using SXOS. And you know what? It's hard. It's tough. I don't even know. I want to say I'm toughing it out. But you know what? A side of me says that system is sitting there lonely. And if Team Atmosphere comes out with an update, TX, I love you. Just understand that I'm going to leave you for a little bit. Now I'm going to go ahead and take some calls. I want to go ahead and get these calls in. So just give me a moment. Just go ahead and open up Skype. But this is ridiculous. It just hit right in the middle of the day. How about that? We don't get no type of, no, could you did it in the middle, like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning? I usually like those. You wake up. So let's go ahead. Now, I'm going to get my headset ready. I know they can hear you. Everybody can probably hear you just fine right now. I'm getting my headset. I did that last time, and I know how that goes. So just give me a moment. Headset coming on. Nick Moses 05. I can hear you just fine. Who do I got on the line?
You got Joe Farinelli. What's going on, my brother?
Oh, my man, Joe. And you know what, Joe, man? It was one of those where I said I wasn't even gonna go live. I got a lot of stuff going on. I just posted a video. I was doing great on Cold War. I had a nice little kill streak. It was a great day, man. Great day. And this just happens, man. So, Joe, you were one that definitely messaged me right away. I want to say maybe one of the first. Okay, and I went to the website earlier. I checked. I said, not even looking at it again. And then the update happens. So, Joe, a lot of questions. Okay, so let's just start with some of the simpler ones. Do you think we're going to see an update from Team Executor within, let's say, the next month?
I definitely think we'll see it. It's going to be on the down low, like you were saying about the save manager, like how it kind of got pushed through the back door. That's what's going to happen. They're not going to do it publicly.
Okay. All right. So, and I like that. And they push it through the back door. TX, holla at me. Okay. I don't mind. Okay. I definitely put that up right now. Okay. But you're right. They may have to do something like that. Team Executor seems to have a big target. It's a big thing for Nintendo right now. The website, September 19th, I think was the last time it was updated. So there's a lot of people who have set up their systems using SXOS, and are now scared. So, Joe, what do you say to those people that are using SXOS that are considering switching to Atmosphere? Do you think this is the time now that you must switch, or do you think they should hold out, no reason to update, no games using 11.0?
Well, to kind of sum this up real quickly, because I don't want to take up too much time on your channel, what you need to do is you need to go to Nick Moses 05, one of his older videos. There's a package up there that has Atmosphere 11.4. That's the newest build. When they come out with a newer one, we're going to update that, and that will have all the stuff you need to use Atmosphere. Also, I would get another SD stick and just prep a brand new SD stick and keep your other one on the side.
Nice. Good advice. A nice plug, too, because definitely we'll be updating that. Can't wait for the update. And let me ask, Joe, do you know anyone that has updated currently?
No. JJ just messaged me and says if you update to 11.0, it's going to break the whole SXOS and also breaks Emunan, too.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I've been hearing. It's just like, and we got some good guys out there that will test on their systems. It has been tested, and yes, completely breaks it. No longer works. So anyone that has updated is probably going to see a paperweight for a little bit of time. Okay. But let me say this, Joe, do you think we're going to see a lot of people with mod chips installed on their systems possibly updating somehow and coming across this issue? Or do you think we'll only see it with version 1s?
I think we're only going to see it with version ones because I've talked to a lot of people. I help out a lot of different people all around, the world and stuff. People at version one say, "Hey, how do I do this? I just got the system pre-modded. I just talked to somebody and helping them out. They don't even have a RCM jig. I was telling him what to do to fix everything. He's like, I don't have that. I'm like, well, you need to go buy that. He's like, I'm in Canada. I'm like, go on eBay. People with the mod chips in their switches, they're a lot more, I'm not going to say smarter, but they know more about the scenes. They've been in it. They know not to update anything. As soon as an update comes out, you turn off your internet and you block it. You definitely block it. You can't update it.
Nice.
Even before, back in the day with Cat and Mouse, with Team Executor, with updates here and the updates there, I would wait a week to make sure it actually worked because it's not worth it.
Nice. And that's good advice. I'm glad you put that out there. That's something we say over and over and over again, but it seems like it just does not get through to some. So, Joe, just for the knowledge of everyone listening in, is there anything in particular, like for games, for instance, or something that causes an accidental update, or have you had any accidental updates?
I never had any accidental updates. The reason why is I don't play online, and I keep my Wi-Fi turned off. And the best way to do it is keep your Wi-Fi turned off, don't update anything, and just stay on the down low, and you won't have to worry about your system accidentally updating. Always make sure it's disabled. I know some people use EmuNAND, then on their regular SysNAND, they have, automatic updates, enabled, which means the Wi-Fi is turned on. When that Wi-Fi is turned on, it's going to fetch the download, and it's going to download it, but it's not going to install it until next time you turn on the system and you hit OK to download it. So stay offline 100%, no matter if you're using EmuNAND or regular NAND. Stay offline.
That's what I like to hear. So, Joe, let me ask. I know you've been wanting to represent Team Executor to the fullest, man. Is it time you take off the Team Executor shirt and put on the Team Atmos shirt?
Hell no. Hell no.
Yo, TX, man, they got
Here's
some
the
hard
deal.
representatives, man. They like Cleveland Brown fans. I'm telling you.
I love Team Executor, and I bought another Switch just for Atmosphere because my one that's running Team Executor, the system NAND, the official NAND's at 5.1, and I'm not updating it. Then my EmuNAND's at 10.2.0, the latest firmware. So I'm keeping that with Team Executor all the way. The other one's for Atmos only. So I love Team Executor, and, I don't think it's going to be going anywhere. It's just going to be going through the back door like, have Mario go look in the corner for the princess while, the SXOS updates roll through the back.
Hey, if Mario come knocking on my window, man, if he slide a little note through, man, I might let him back in. You're on punishment right now. But if he come with a little note, slide it in, and it has, a boot.dat on it or something like that, we might be talking, Mario. But other than that, Joe, I had some other calls. I'm going to get other calls in. I know we wasn't even supposed to be doing this. I might go live and do, I'm going to be gaming later with somebody else. So, but Joe, any last words you got to say before I move to the next call?
Stay in touch with Nick Moses 05's channel, because when that Atmosphere update gets dropped with the new, I can't say that other word, with that patch, keep up to date. And, a new update's going to be released for the people that don't know how to prep their Atmosphere SD card. So we'll get that out to you. Joe,
my man, pleasure as always. I'm going to be hollering at you later, man.
All right, I'll talk to you later, buddy. Bye-bye.
Later. Nick Moses 05 podcast. Who do I have on the line?
Holla at your boy.
Oh, my man. For those who don't know, Becoming Undone, my man is here. And I've been waiting to get all you guys on here to talk your mess. And now this one came unexpectedly. I know you, one that definitely was probably enjoying your day, and this hit you. So some of the same questions I'm going to kind of pose that I posed to Joe. How long do you think it'll be before we see an update from Team Executor?
Oh, my God. Yeah, this one definitely caught me off guard Monday night, Mo. I mean, I didn't even think you were going to stream, but how long? I mean, like you said, they're doing all this backdoor stuff. They're continuing to keeping on to shit on Nintendo. I mean, the backdoor. I mean, they taking the shit on Nintendo. They let them know. But I'm going to say within 3 months, because I'm not so sure about 1 month, just because the way Nintendo kind of snuck this in, the way they did it with the firmware today, because I honestly did not expect Nintendo to even come out today with it. And me and you, had kind of talked about a few things, just messaging back and forth. I'm going to say within 3 months, because T-Mex and people always say, oh, they stealing shit. Nah, they are improving on a product. They are making it user-friendly. So I'm going to say within 3 months, because you know what? They want to test the product. They want to make it as best possible for the user. So I'm going to say give it 3 months, because they want to work out all the bugs.
No, and I'm with you on that, man. I'm all about time. No rush for me. Now, I'm one that I'm not going to lie. I've had on the Team Executor shirt for a while, okay? I'm going to continue to wear it, but like I mentioned with those Cleveland Brown fans, okay, it's a long ride, okay? So let me ask you, you've been one to represent Team Executor. How long before you just say, I'm taking off the Team Executor shirt, they're done and over with, I'm putting on the Atmosphere shirt? How long before you would make that decision that the team is not available?
Oh, shit. They going to have to really, they going to have to shit on me. They going to have to personally shit on me, because you know what? I got my haterade strong for Atmosphere right now. I mean, Atmosphere going to have to step up their game and make their shit new friendly. They going to have to improve and do like T-Mex has been doing. Because you know what? I've been loving T-Mex. I bought the second shipment that T-Mex come out with the dongle and everything. So, I mean, T-Mex is going to really have to disappoint me. No, that's all I'm going to have to say, because I'm going to ride that train as long as there's a track.
And you know what? I'm with you, man. I've been riding TX since day one. Now, I do use Atmosphere, and you're right. I do feel like, and some people who use Atmosphere, they feel different. They're like, yo, Atmosphere is easier than, SX. I kind of feel like SXOS is more streamlined, a lot easier to me, but that I might be biased on that. But I do use Atmosphere as well. And if this update comes out, I pull out my Switch. I'm not going to lie. If it ain't nothing coming for SXOS, it's cool. I ain't got an update. But if it's a hot title, okay, dropping, and next thing you know, it's say 11.0, I might have to put on my Team Atmos shirt. What do you say to a game coming out that you want to play with 11.0? Would you officially say, I'm throwing Team Atmos on this SD card?
It's going to have to be a really damn good game. They going to have to come out with some Halo or some shit like that, man. They going to have to show me the money. They going to have to put the money where the mouth is.
Yeah, and I'm with you, and I don't mind waiting. I've been in these scenes, and I'm sure everybody who has been in scenes like these, there have been times where you waited a day for an update. There's times where you waited a year for an update. It's just the way it works. You don't know. You never know, man. So we always give the assumptions, but I love just to make it clear for everybody, because some people listen. I've done this before, and then next thing you know, the update comes out the next week. It's how it goes.
Yeah, and this ain't fast food neither, man. I mean, you can't. This ain't Burger King. We don't get it our way. I mean, we're waiting on guys. Number one, that's got, like you said, a bullseye on their back. They got to lay low, and they got to pick and choose their battles. Because in the end, I think they're going to win the war, because Nintendo going to have to definitely come out with that Pro in order to win the Switch war, if you want to say it that way. Because version 1 and 2 of this, if you want to call it the end of this cycle of Switch, that's the only way they're going to win it, if they come out with that Pro. Because they're going to have that new hardware, and they're going to have that new system. Because there's no way, and this is just me saying it, other people may disagree, but I do not believe they ever go patch it out totally, because software, you're going to find a bug or an exploit, a kernel or something like that within that software that they're going to be able to exploit, because it is a hardware issue. And that's where they made their mistake.
Drop it to it. So now I'm going to ask, same thing I kind of posed to Joe. A lot of people have these accidental updates. Or they update, they go, my system's broken. My system doesn't work. Now, do you know anyone yourself that update accidentally or has updated accidentally in the past?
I myself have not, because I'm kind of one of the people that's OCD. I'm always going to take every precaution I can to make sure I do not mess stuff up. A friend of mine who I just got hooked up with one, and got him an actual soldered on chip. I just let him know probably about 10 minutes before he started, hey, man, whatever you do, like I told you, don't update. They just did something today. Make sure you keep it on airplane mode. He's like, yeah, G, I'm going to make sure I do not mess it up. I said, wherever you do not touch it. I'll do everything you need. I'm your tech support on that thing. I'll hook it up. But I have had friends in the past with like the 2DS, 3DS, that line, mess it up, had to go over there, hook them up, go back, downgrade a little bit, and get them back up on the fly to where they could be working because, you know, they accidentally, oh, man, I forgot, you know, I was playing something like some Mario Kart online, or I was trying to do, you know, the LAN play, you know, and I accidentally installed the updates or had the updates installed, you know, automatically and stuff like that. So I have known of a few people do that in the past, but with the Switch, the people that I have got on it, it's just been like a handful.
Nice.
I preached it to them like the men standing in the pulpit. Brother, whatever you do not
update the Nintendo Switch.
Are you listening right now, brother? And
Yo,
you,
I hear you on that, man. I tell everybody do not update. I think most people got that. And the people that do update, I've had accidental updates before. And, you know, sometimes you get the mix up between a game update or a firmware update. You know, you got to look close and read the wording. And usually at times like that, if I have to question it, you know, I read it a couple times, I stop, I might do everything offline, just cut the internet off, you know, you know,
don't
like you
give
said.
it to the kiddos.
No,
don't
man.
give it to the kiddos.
Don't give it to the
them
kids.
Their own Switch.
Don't give it to the kids. So I got other calls. Like I said, I hate to run through everybody, but I got other calls coming in. My man be coming undone. Anything else you got to say to people before you out, my man?
Hey, it's Monday Night Mo, Cash Money Nick. Give them your food stamps, your lunch money, and your welfare check.
Let's
like,
go.
Subscribe, and share.
Let's go, my man. That's what I'm talking about. As always, you know I'm going to be hollering at you, my dude.
Later,
my man. Nick Moses 05 podcast. Who do I have on the line?
This is the Dead Specimen podcast. Who do I have on the line?
Oh, man, you got the guy who's going to bust down all your conspiracy theories. I've been waiting to get you on the line, so this is nice.
I'm ready to piss off Alchemy again.
Oh,
I'm gonna be fairly chill today.
Here we go. So,
chill today. Although I got a friend in the chat. He knows something about to pull out later, but I'll take that for later.
So, I'm going to go ahead and ask, with this update, I'm going to ask you, we've said this question a million times. We get the question all the time. Everybody hears it. We see it all over. But to you, is Team Executor dead as upon this update being released?
Not really. I think might have been Joe who said it. I think they're going to have some backdoor updates. I think they've got their coders are fine, and they'll push out updates. They'll find ways. It won't be as official. It won't be as easy to get as, you know, going to the SX portal. But, yeah, if you want them, you can get them.
Okay. So, with this update, now, as soon as it hit, I know you were right there. I could see you in your chair laughing. Just as you just back relaxing, just laughing like, ha, 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 ha. So, do you think that we will be waiting a very long time for an update, or do you see most SX users, and this is all guessing, or do you see SX users getting it squeezed out pretty quickly?
Well, I'm going to be honest. I don't know. And when I say I don't know, I'm not pulling the, you know, oh, well, no one knows, so I don't know. I don't know whose word to take. There are some people who are saying, well, the team who made the save manager is different than the SX team, so, you know, they can get that out, but the real SX team is gone, and that's not going to get updated. But then we have people like Alchemy, which may be for a business reason, because you do pay for it, so it could be for a business reason, saying, no, it's fine, you're safe, you're secure, your investment's secure, you're going to keep getting updates, don't worry. I will say,
I am leaning a bit more towards the sooner rather than later due to they're still giving out licenses, so why would they not be able to give out updates?
Yeah, and that's a good way of thinking. Now, so I'm going to ask you, what do you think of all this? If I had to ask you the conspiracy of the day, what do you think the end is for Team Executing all this? Do you think Team Executor will come out on top? Because for the longest, to me, TX has been on top. Okay, many people is Atmosphere. They're like, Atmosphere better. TX has always been able to just somehow come out with something, whether it's, however they present it, to always challenge, to say we're the best custom firmware. But I never get that from you. When I speak with you, I can feel it. I can see you don't feel the same way. So, how do you feel about all this? Are you laughing in your seat right now, or are you really kind of feeling bad for people who are using SXOS?
Well, I'm going to be honest. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I may or may not have screenshotted Alchemy's post in the Discord and, threw it on top of the Crab Rave image.
Yo, man. You are the ultimate troll, man. I swear, man. I be trying to hold it, man. I love it, man. I love it as much as some other people might. It's just so ridiculous.
But in all seriousness, though, I do feel bad, at least for the users. I think that, I've held my firm stance on what I think about the morality of SX, but I do think the users are definitely people who truly trust in Team Executor. They truly trust in the brand. They trust in the product. I think they're going to get, if something bad were to come out of this, like it was like, oh, the team is gone, no more updates, sorry, I would feel kind of bad for the users because I think they kind of relied on SX's ease of use, and transitioning to Atmosphere would be difficult for them. And so I think they would end up getting screwed over if updates were to cease, and I don't think that's a good thing. I don't think that's healthy for the modding community. I think that whatever I think about SX as a product, what it did help do was bring more noobs to the hacking scene. And I think the hacking scene has a lot of elitism in terms of you need to know all this stuff in order to really join it and have fun in it. I'd say I've done it for the past how many months, damn well with Atmosphere. And I still look at it and go, but I'm still going to help people. I want to help people be able to use custom firmware, bring more people into the scene. It's a fun scene to be a part of. Why would I want to gatekeep people from it? And SX kind of, again, in my opinion, for worse, but it helped remove that gatekeep. Okay. I think that's a very big plus of it, and that would be a very big blow to the hacking scene because A, would stop more people from coming in, more noobs, because SX is generally advertised as a more noob-friendly custom firmware, and it's going to possibly cause people to drop from the scene. As I think as JJ and Joe said, they do not want to throw that TX shirt off. And while I think if it truly came to the point where there is a Discord, message, a forum message that said it's not happening, we're sorry, it's dead, I hope you enjoyed the time you had, I would assume maybe by then they would jump ship. But it wouldn't shock me if there are some people who just said no, TX for life. If they're not here, I'm not here.
Yeah, you make valid points there, and one especially about being more noob friendly. A lot of people will say that ordering an SX Pro, for example, it just comes to you and it's simple. You plug it in here, you put this down in a slot, you just hold volume up, and it just seems pretty streamlined. And you're right, versus Atmosphere, where you may have to seek out certain other things for your package.
Yeah, I'm checking chat real quick. I am not saying they exit scammed. I'm saying that they freaked out, realized, oh shit, we're in danger. We can't. I guess I need to make it clear. When I say that, I don't mean in a malicious way. I mean we can't keep doing this. We're going to get in trouble. We don't want to get in trouble. We have to bail. And maybe even some sort of compensation. Maybe maybe they get out for SX cores. Hey guys, we fucked up. We can't continue. we're releasing whatever DRM was on the chip or whatever made it more difficult to port stuff to it. Anyone can put whatever they want on the chip now and run whatever custom firmware they want. And we're giving the rest of our stock away for free or something like that to possibly make up for whatever cost people might be bitching about.
Okay.
You know, I'm not saying any malicious intent.
Okay. And a lot of people, and that's what you get with some people who are.
Oh, my bad, Alchemy. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make it clear. Like today, I'm not trying to be a dick, y'all. I'm trying to be fair.
Yeah, and Alchemy's in the chat. Alchemy, shout out to Alchemy. Alchemy being here, definitely keeping the information in the chat lit. I see both of y'all there. Okay, I will say I'm kind of with you on, you know, the noob scene. It did let a lot of people who had no idea come in there, and then it gets to a point where they don't kind of understand more than just the basics of like XCI loading, you know. So and you know, that works in a favor. Like you mentioned, I love to include people. I love to bring more people in. The more people that can be in the modding scene, you know, the better. And even if they might not be able to provide anything development wise, or, you know, they might have the funds. They might be able to donate to a developer to encourage the developer to make something. Go ahead. Let's let it loose.
Open sourcing SXOS. Open source it. Let other people add to it. You know, you can keep the base of XXOS and allow individuals to throw whatever they want in there. Now, I feel like if it did come to a head and they were stopping development for whatever reason, for legal reasons, you know, you hear all the time people are like, oh, just release the source code, you know, leak the source code. Well, that's what gets people in jail, unfortunately. But I think if it was coming to a head, I think they would know, okay, whatever, we stayed anonymous this long, one more action, and then we go dark. And that one more action would be make some burner GitHub account, throw the source code up, throw it in a RAR file to whatever servers they want to, and then ditch.
Now, I knew you were going to come on, and you always bring the drama. I love it because, you know, we got a lot of people here that definitely love Team Executor. I've been one when I started talking about Nintendo Switch mods. It was Team Executor. Atmosphere was not even thought about. I remember when everyone was saying the free solution is coming. Just wait. I said, hell no, I'm paying $40. Okay, I have my money ready. Okay, and me being a paying customer, I don't really care.
You know. What are you doing? Check the chat. God damn.
Yo, X's, and you know what's funny? And I look at the chat, and just for everybody that know, I look at the chat, but I can't keep up with everything in the chat and talk to everyone at the same time. So I try to get to everything, but I got moderators. Okay, I got moderators that come through and need to drop any bombs that they feel necessary. I let them handle it. I trust them. Okay,
also, I'm with Alchemy. One last boot.dat, no DRM.
Okay, all right, and I'm with you on that, man. And I just wish that we didn't have to deal with all the other. I mean, TX has been through a lot of bashing. I mean, don't you agree? You've been one yourself who has.
I've been one. I'll admit it.
Definitely gave him a fair bashing. Do you think or feel a little bad or feel like you should loosen up on TX? As you mentioned, if they left, let's say they were gone, the scene might not be as bright and shiny as it is. Do you think with TX being going out the scene, you will continue to see the Nintendo Switch scene rise? Or do you think that will be the start of the fall of the Switch scene?
Well, what I'm hoping is kind of what me and Alchemy were going at, was that we get some sort of DRM list or open source or whatever version of this XOS, and someone's able to carry that on and possibly have some of the more, I guess, upper level Team Executor sort of helpers like Alchemy sort of push that, like, hey, this is where SX is going. We got this open source version. People can contribute to it. Get your releases from here now. And yeah, you don't have a flashy website necessarily to work off of, but you can at least, you know, get a more, you can at least get a version of SXOS where there's people at least maintaining updates to the point in which it functions. Maybe not necessarily features, but at least there's functions.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think, and if that doesn't happen, I won't feel bad for what I've said, because I still stick to what I've said I don't like about Team Executor. But I will say I think it will be an unfortunate blow, and I think SX is almost kind of a necessary evil. Okay. And that's why I haven't, you know, I think there's a million more things I could have said about Team Executor that would have been beyond petty, beyond just,
I
pissing
agree.
people off.
I agree. I've seen you go there.
But I've tried to refrain from going that far because I also know that completely just dissing SXOS to the point in which it's just I'm labeling it as the worst thing ever isn't good either, because it's a necessary evil to keep sort of each tier of person. You got SX for the noobs, Ranex for the people that don't give a damn about their consoles, and Atmosphere for the people who know what they're doing but just want the quote bleeding edge custom firmware if you want to go that route.
Okay. All right. So now, my man, Dead Specimen, as always, you rocked out, man. Any last words you got to say to the people before you out, my man?
All right, my last words. I told my friend I would say this. Now, Alchemy, I want to make it damn clear. What I'm about to say is basically a complete joke. It's just something funny I stirred up because I was bored and thought, you know what, this might be funny to say on the stream. So,
Talk to me.
I had this mild conspiracy theory.
No,
you heard of Big Blue Box?
I definitely heard of Big Blue Box. So, for those who don't know, okay, I will go ahead and say there has been PS5 games ripped, if I'm not mistaken, by Big Blue Box.
Oh, it has nothing to do with the PS5 leak.
So continue. So continue. I'm going to let you just tell it away.
All right. Alchemy's already going off.
I feel you coming. I feel you coming with it, man.
Look at the chat. Joe beat me to it.
I already know, man. So, I feel it coming. Tell us to it. Break us down on how you come to that conclusion. Break us down. What gives you that?
So, here is my thinking. First off, where the hell did Big Blue Box come from? They didn't come from anywhere. They came out as soon as the Switch came out. Guess what happened with Team Executor? They weren't around. Guess what? They came out when the Switch came out, all right? Number one. Number two, Big Blue Box. What's their main form of release? XCI files. What does Team Executor specialize in? XCI files. No one was messing with those when Switch hackings first became a thing. It took a long time for that to become viable with XCI conversion and installation on Atmosphere. Number two. There's number two right there. And number three, just why not?
Yo, I love it, man. That's what we got it here for. That's what we here for. We need all sides. I wanted both sides.
I need to bring this back out once again.
Go ahead.
This is a complete meme. I don't mean any of this. I don't think any of this actually has any fucking merit. Do not take me seriously. I just promised my friend I would bring this up on the stream.
Yo, my man, as always, keeping the stream lit, man. My man, Dead Specimen.
Alchemy, if you could give me some history on Big Blue Box, I'd actually like to know, because I don't know where the fuck these dudes came from. The first thing I found from them was like Breath of the Wild being released. So please give me some more info. I need to know about these people.
Yo, my man, I'm gonna holla at you, my dude. Nick Moses 05 podcast. Who do I have on the line?
It's Kyle.
Oh, man. Another young OG. Kyle, I'm glad to have you.
So what you
on,
doing
man.
streaming so late in the week?
I know, right? This is not normal. Okay, all of a sudden I'm getting messages left and right, and I'm like, you know what, man? I can't. For everybody that might just accidentally screw up the Nintendo Switch, I'm going to go live right now, okay, just to get it out the way. So, Kyle, I'm glad you called in. For those who don't know, Kyle helps me out with so much. The website, Kyle damn near manages it. You handle everything. Okay, the young OG, the young IT premier. That's what I call him. So, Kyle, let me ask you. Everybody's going crazy right now. Okay, the update came out. This is the update we were talking about. I remember you was on the stream 4 weeks ago as we talked about it, and we said, oh, when it updates, we'll see how long it takes, you know. So, Kyle, I'm gonna ask you. And this is all opinionated, as I ask everyone. How long do you feel like it would be before we possibly see an update from Team Executor?
Well, hopefully it'll be a week, but I wouldn't be surprised at this point if it's longer.
Okay. All right. And that's actually a good time. If everybody, I'm glad you spoke that. You probably brought light to so many people who are feeling down, because you got so many people out there saying, the sky is falling, and everybody's just running around. You know what I mean? They don't know the sky's really not falling. So I'm glad you said like a week. So that makes people feel a little better. But there's been things mentioned that not anything from the development team. Development team hasn't been, touched. They're good, so why not? And then you might have to push it out other ways. So, Kyle, when this update comes out, do you think we'll just see it through other channels, whether it's websites or like mine? Or do you think TX is going to get that website updated? We going to see somebody just say, bump that, I don't care, and update the website?
I do think they will be released like how the Save Manager 1.2b came out, at least first.
Okay.
I'm sure they will first come out by Alchemy leaking it.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's good. Y'all be on them, man. Now, I want to shout out Joshua Drake. Man, Joshua, yo, my dude, man. We gonna do something, man. You gonna holler? I'm gonna holler at you, my man. Appreciate the donation, $5 donation. This is why I do it, man. I just get on here, just run my mouth, man, and let y'all come on here and say your piece too. So I appreciate that. Gotta shout out Joshua Drake. Now, Kyle.
Joshua, you should call in.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Joshua needs to call in. And I encourage everybody to call in. Even if you don't even know much about the scene. Some people just want to call in just to say whatever. Even if you just want to talk. Hell, I ain't in the scene, but damn, it sounds interesting. Call in. Okay. So, Kyle, now that you said like a week, how do you feel as far as these people who use Atmosphere that are now laughing in the faces of Team Executor? And a lot of them are stating that we're not going to see an update or anybody using Team Executor for months, and that it's possible the team is dead. What do you say to those people?
I would do the exact same thing if it was Atmosphere that died, so, I mean...
Now, as far as updating, do you tell them, hey, guys, just switch over to Atmosphere? If you don't know how to use it, learn now. Or do you tell them, you know what, hold your breath, and that update will come?
For now it's hold your breath, but it might not be later, but right now it is. I did use Atmosphere before Team Executor, and I gotta be honest, I did find it easier to get into than Executor stuff.
Okay, and that is something that I agree with as well. It seemed easier. With Atmosphere, wasn't difficult. That's not the thing. But it was just easier with, and the instructions, for instance, you could have about 3 to 4 steps for SXOS. You could formulate Atmosphere to, 3 or 4 steps, but you're going to be combining certain things.
I just said the Atmosphere was easier.
How do you, hold up, did you just say that on the air? How is Atmosphere easier? You got to prove to me right now, how is Atmosphere easier than SXOS? That's what we need. I need to hear it.
I think I'm a bit biased because I like it being open source, but...
Okay, no, that's cool. And you know what? I love that because I am definitely got full blood haterade at a lot of times, and y'all hear it come out for Sony and a lot of different other people, so I understand. Okay, but I will say for us, okay, it may not seem difficult to set up either one. To be honest, it'll be pretty simple. It's just, loading your SD card. But for someone that has never done anything, let's say modding, understand what any file types are, hell, barely know how to use a computer. If you send them a box and they open it up and it's a SX Pro with a jig and a little dongle, they can go, oh, I got everything I need. Whereas Atmosphere, it's, I need the tools. So do you feel as though that Atmosphere, for not having the tools, and all these people that are SXOS users, do you feel like all of them should still switch over to Atmosphere, and do you think they'll be fine doing it?
I'm an SXOS user. I think I'm sticking with SXOS for now. I load XEIs. I don't want to have to convert them to NFPs. I don't know. It just seems like a hassle.
Okay. All right, and I'm with you. I've been SXOS. It is a lot easier. I I have a lot of people who have problems or updating Atmosphere who say, hey, I updated it, but I can't launch my games, or this doesn't work. And it's because they didn't update properly, or maybe you have to remove certain things, just completely format your SD card, different things that they don't do. So, and I'm glad you're at SX level. So now, Kyle, I'm going to ask you, you're a young guy. You get out there, you got the sources. So my young OG, what sources do you got, man? Do you got any sources that's telling us we seeing this during the week? Because you sound pretty confident.
I don't. I said I don't feel confident. I said hopefully.
Okay, I'm just checking. You sound real confident about that. Sound like you had a source, and I'm just checking. I gotta check and see you at the source. Maybe you were the guy to go to, But Kyle,
I'm pretty sure that's alchemy, but
Now what's up? Why is everybody? And I want to know this. Alchemy Gaming has been here. Now, hold on. I'm going to let you get the whole spill out. And I know you probably got a lot to say on this. But Alchemy Gaming has been in the chat. Now, let's just say Alchemy Gaming's there. He's hanging out. He just comes by the chat. I'm a subscriber of Nick Moses 05 channel. I watch his, I watch his live streams. I come in and see Alchemy Gaming. I don't think nothing about this dude. He just, a fan of Team Executor. Why do you think it's just going to be released by Alchemy? What makes you hold
the fact that he was able to leak the SX OSA Manager 1.2 beta? Like he had sources. A lot of people.
So he got. You know what, man? And one thing I will say, Alchemy Gaming myself. Alchemy Gaming is the man. Okay, and I will say that. Definitely, I could probably say Alchemy got source. I'm one of those people that say, don't even tell me. That way I don't know. So, when your door gets kicked down and they put you in an interrogation room and they ask you questions and you say, I don't know, but literally you don't know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. So every time I go, la, 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 close my eyes, and then, next thing that's a boot.dat appears, and I'm all good. That's just me. So I understand, and you probably feel that way as many others do with Alchemy Gaming. But shout out Alchemy Gaming. So besides Alchemy Gaming, is there any others on the scene that are out there for Team Executor that could possibly get this information out there to us? Why you out there? Hell, get them all out there. Get all the aliases out there. Let's do it.
Not really. I'm not that big in the Switch modding team.
No, and to be honest, I see a lot of people that are very close, but we just don't know. It's with Team Executor being a team, we don't know if that team is made of 1,000 members or 10. So there's a lot of people that can be close to team members, but doesn't necessarily mean they're part of the team. So I'm going to ask you, Kyle, do you think I have members of Team Executor watching my channel?
Well, isn't Alchemy? Remember?
He's like, hey, don't you got one? Now, I will say, I think Team Executor watches my channel. I think people from Team Atmosphere watch my channel. I think Nintendo watch my channel. Hell, it ain't many who go on live talking about Nintendo Switch mods. So I don't blame them, okay? But Kyle, as always, it's a pleasure, love having you on, man. And for those who don't know, Kyle, I need to speak with you on this website, man. That's been my fault. I just been BSing. I got so much going on. I got so much I thought of that we could do with the website. So, Kyle, I will be speaking with you off the air on that. I know we said that before. I just been busy. Just if you gotta hit me up 100 times, I don't even mind, because I just be all over the place, man. I'm one of those. So, Kyle, any last words? Because I seen another call come through. I'm trying to get about 10 minutes for everyone. So, Kyle,
subscribe to Nick Moses 05. Make sure that Joshua calls in.
Joshua, donate like my man. I seen one said I'm a fanboy. I did come in there. He just said I'm a fanboy. So, like I mentioned, even if you come by and drop by a fanboys is cool with me. I'm a fanboy of a lot of other people. So, my man, Kyle, as always, the young OG, I love having you on the channel, man. I'ma holler at you later, my dude.
Have a good day.
Later, my man. So I seen the other call, I missed it, tried to get to it. But Joe, everybody, hold on, and I gotta go through some of these comments because I don't get through. Now that I'm off the phone. I know Nick knows I'm support admin. He's tripping. Yo, Alchemy, look, now that you said that, I can say one thing about me. You're gonna see with my channel all the time. I want everybody else to say everything. I don't want to be the one to relay information, okay? Because There was, and this is a true story. I want everybody to hear me out on this because this is so serious. I was watching another video of a YouTuber. He actually got out of prison, released a video, and he explained while he was in trial, they actually played videos of other YouTubers who were bashing him, and it was used against him in trial. So as I put up the video, even before, I thought about them. It's never anything. I want to always try to say allegedly. I try to every time. I might mistake it, might make a mistake. But I like to say allegedly, possibly. Okay, we're not sure. Because these things we don't know. And for all those that are part of any team or anything, I want you to say it first. So I'm glad you said that, Alchemy. Support admin for TX, my man Alchemy Gaming. Yeah, everybody welcome him. Woo! All right. So they made an announcement. The last remaining TX admin joined our chat. I was like, huh? My man Alchemy be holding it down. Shane, the WhatsApp link. Yo, I'm going to have to get a WhatsApp link for you. And that's what I'm going to do. Shane, I'm probably going to be leaving off because if I don't get a call him in, I am going to leave off. I got a bunch of stuff to do. I actually was supposed to live stream on Twitch. I want to start putting my Twitch stuff up here. I got a bunch of stuff. That's what I'm trying to do, man. I'm trying to grow this. I want us to grow as a family. I want all you guys to be a part of it. Hell, you got something, let me put it on my channel. Let me, it's all for you guys. So anything you say or do will kill me. Yo, I'm other than that. Yo, I appreciate all you guys. Yo, I mentioned about the Steam keys of me trying to get those away. That's why I'm actually trying to stream on Twitch now. I'm going to be playing with someone in the Discord. So I'm going to be in my Discord. Now that I'm doing this live stream, we're probably going to have to give a minute. I got to step out and take a break, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and get in there, play the game. If you guys are in there, we could talk. I'm going to be talking with my buddy. Hopefully he's available. I know I've been running my mouth too long. But other than that, guys, I love all you guys, man. Joshua Drake, shout out for the donation. Everybody who shared the content, liked, and everything. If you're on any firmware before 11.0, do not update to 11.0. Stay away from it. It will break everything. It is your boy Nick Moses 05. MoFam, we are.